What's going on, y'all? Coach Dwayne here. So, real quick, man, the overarching messaging that we've been pushed to you guys this week has been the idea of consistency as far as hitting your goals and maintaining your goals once you achieve them, right? And how important it is. Because I don't think in the general or general population, people that are just you guys, right, are I don't think we place enough emphasis as we should on the idea of consistency and how consistent we need to be to achieve our goals. So 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, when we get people that come into our facility, they're looking for some kind of physique change. Sometimes we may get our athletic performance, or sometimes we may get, you know, injury rehab. But 9 times out of 10, people are either trying to lose weight or fat, or they're trying to build muscle, which is essentially the same thing. People just don't know that, but it is. So, what I want to talk about today is the 5 reasons that we see that individuals do not hit their physique that they want. Right. So, number one for us is going to be you're not training enough or you're not training hard enough. Right. So, training enough in general population, I believe that general population should be training 3 times a week. Right. 2 times a week is better than nothing. Once a week should not even be a conversation if you're trying to improve your physique, right? Training hard enough, if when you're training, if something feels too light, you need to go up. It's just basically the overload principle. A lot of people want to call it muscle confusion and doing all these other things and changing workouts up, and that doesn't do you much good when you're just constantly changing the workouts, because your muscles don't get an opportunity to get used to a stimulus. You need to be able to train it hard this week, and then the next time you do it, train it harder and train it a little bit harder every time you train that workout. And that is the overload principle. All right. So, number one is not training enough or not training hard enough. Number two, and this goes off of this probably should have been our number one, but number two, it goes off of the idea of the hierarchy of fat loss. The hierarchy of fat loss says that nutrition needs to be the foundation. Anything that we build, nutrition is going to be the foundation. From the foundation, we have the next things that we build on top of it, right? But number two is your diet's crap, right? And by crap, it just means it's not within the numbers that you need it to be, right? Or you're eating crap, right? It could just be that. It could just be that you're just eating terrible, and that's a conversation that you need to have with yourself. Like, it can't be a situation where you lie or you say that you feel like you're eating. You guys know if your diet's not where it needs to be. If you're cheating, right? Regardless of if you're gonna admit it or not, you guys know. So your physique will tell you, right? So if you're one of the biggest things I always tell people when it comes to that is just start tracking. Start tracking. Start knowing if you're taking in the right amount of calories on a daily basis. Start knowing if you're taking in the right amounts of macros on a daily basis. And if you're not, the aim is, or the goal is, to try to hit those. And when you start to hit those based on the goal that you have, you will start to see your body move towards that goal. You can't want to eat like a 300-pound person if your intention is to be a 200-pound person. If you eat like a 300-pounder, you're going to eventually become a 300-pounder. If you eat like a 200-pounder or a 100-pounder, you're going to eventually start to move towards that direction. So if you're moving further away from that direction, it's because you're not eating like the direction that you actually want to get into. All right. So number two is your diet's crap. Number three, there's people that have no direction or no accountability to what they're supposed to do. So that's the same thing. Going back to consistency, right? If you're supposed to work out 3 days a week, being held accountable either by yourself or by a coach or by a family member, by a friend, making sure that you go work out 3 days a week. If you're not supposed to have a snack today or a cheat meal today, don't have it, right? So for me, I wholeheartedly believe that, losing fat is way more important than like losing weight, right? So when it comes to the direction side of it, if someone ever came to me and said they wanted to lose fat and all they did was cardio, that is not in line. That's not in line with the goal, right? Because eventually, what will start to happen is when you do too much cardio, cardio puts you in a catabolic state, right? Catabolic state means you're gonna be breaking down tissue. You want to be in an anabolic state at as many times as much as possible, because anabolic means you're building muscle, right? You don't want to be tearing down muscle fibers doing too much cardio, which will happen. So if you do too much cardio, you're gonna eventually start to break down muscle fibers as well, right? Because your body doesn't know where its calories are coming, where its energy is coming from. It's gonna take from everywhere. So doing too much cardio will put you much more in a catabolic state than you probably would need to be. Cardio needs to be done as far as like you getting an aerobic base, but outside of that, if you're trying to build muscle, doing too much cardio is not going to help you in that realm, right? Number four idea would be you're not resting or recovering enough, right? And rest means sleep. Like a lot of times we have clients who get 3 hours of sleep because they're up watching Netflix, or they're up doing something, or that they're not supposed to be doing. I don't know, but it is a situation where if you're not getting enough rest and you're always sore in the gym, or you're not stretching, you're not making sure the muscles get limber, like those are things that are going to prevent you from getting your physique to where you actually want it to go, right? Number 5, and like I said, nutrition is a foundation. So there's two things in our top 5 list that fall under the nutrition realm, and that is your peri-workout nutrition is not you're not nailing that, right? And what do I mean by peri-workout nutrition? The biggest window that you guys have with helping your physique through nutrition, it's pre-workout, intra-workout, and then post-workout, right? So before your workout, making sure that you're feeling your body for the workout. During the workout, you want to give yourself some fuel to make sure that you guys aren't breaking down too much muscle tissue. Remember what I said about being anabolic and catabolic? When you're working out, as you're breaking down muscle fibers, as you're working out hard, you don't want to break them down too much. So you want to have something that's gonna slow that process of you breaking down the muscle tissues down. So intra workout that's where that's for. Post workout is to then refuel yourself with your glycogen stores that you just used for your workout, and making sure that you get the muscles back the energy that they just expended during the workout. So that's what it is. Pre-workout, intra-workout, and post-workout. If you guys have any questions about what you can do in those 3 areas, let me know. We have a ton of supplements that I use with our clients from Blackstone Labs. If you guys are interested, let me know, because I can give you guys as much information as you guys want on that. So a bonus tip for you guys, a bonus tip that I'll give to you guys is, and this is honestly, man, you guys have to, if you're serious about making your body change the way you want it to, and getting the physique that you want, right? And if you're serious, you have to make it a priority. You have to make your goals a priority. It can't be where as soon as something comes up, you miss your workout, or as soon as something comes up, it gives you you want to go cheat on your diet every time your friend invites you out, or you have an event at work or something like that. It needs to be a priority. And the other thing that I would say to you under this bonus would be everyone that you have in your circle, everyone that's going to be in your circle, like friends, family, coworkers, all those people need to know what your goal is, and they need to be on goal with helping you achieve your goals, right? They need to be on board. They need to be on board with you achieving your goals. And if they're not, and anyone who is not, or anyone who can deter you from your goals, you need to just kind of say, respectfully, I need to let you off at the next stop, because we got plans we got to get to, right? And if someone is not going to be on board with you getting to your goals, sometimes you just got to let it go, right? So it's Coach Dwayne. Don't tell nobody what you're going to do. Your actions, they're going to show true. Let's get ready to train, y'all.